Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. I'll be joined by Paul Zeise here in just a couple moments, and we'll be taking your phone calls tonight. 412-575-2600 is the number. We're going to be talking about the Battle and Buccos tonight. They're still in action. We'll talk about them, and also the Steelers' rookie minicamp started today. And, you know, one guy that definitely stood out to me, stood out to a lot of people over there, stood out to coaches and other players, was number 55, first-round draft pick, Devin Bush. He looked the part of a first-round draft pick. I was watching the 5-yard drills, the 5-yard sprints, and no one could even come close to beating him off the ball. So I think this guy's going to be pretty special, Paul. I think he's definitely what everyone makes him out to be right now. And the Steelers need that position. There's no doubt about that. But he was the guy that I was basically focused on. One other thing I was impressed by today was Benny Snell. I mean, that guy is just polished for a rookie coming in here, and how he answered questions. I know these guys go through that all the time now, but you know the way he came in here and answered all the questions and the type of personality he has, I think that's what the Steelers need, and maybe that's what they were looking for, guys like that can also play as well. Yeah,
I mean, it's rookie minicamp, so I would be careful making too many judgments about what they were doing. And we knew that Bush was a really good athlete, obviously. Yeah. And we knew that he was quick and he was fast and strong and all that other stuff. So to me,
he's supposed to stand out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's supposed to stand out. But again, I've always said this even when I was covering Pitt, the first 5, 6, 8 days of camp before they put on the pads, guys look a whole lot different until they have to go get hit. And so to me, I don't really worry about anything until they put on the pads.
Yeah, and they just got their playbooks today, too. So how much do they really know? I mean, It was just kind of getting used to, familiar, comfortable with people there in the environment. But you could just tell there's something special about that guy.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's why he's a first-round pick. I mean, he stood out in college, and he stood out at the combine. So, yeah, absolutely. But again, there's a long way to go before they play the first game.
Yeah, there's a long way to go, and there's 60 guys there. And that's kind of 60 guys, and how many of those are they going to keep to OTAs? You know, they're not going to keep that many. Right. These guys are there for the majority of the guys are there for a tryout basis, right. And you know they're going to get rid of more than half of these guys aren't going to be there by the end of this whole weekend.
Right, probably. I mean, that's what they do. I mean, but they take a look at a lot of different guys. You know, they bring in some guys, and just that's the way they do things. And so this is the process where you go. Technically, there's probably 110 guys on the team right now or something.
Yeah.
And by the time they go to camp, it gets cut to 90 or 80 something, or so. And then by the time the season comes, you got 53 and 10 on the practice squad or whatever. So that's the reality of the NFL.
And it is. And the reality is there's probably going to be a draft pick that gets cut. And there's or two, and there's going to be one of those free agents that makes the team, that stands out. And I think that's kind of what you're trying to decide, these 3 days, and then when the OTAs start, and then you're playing with the real players. Then you'll see. That's what I'm looking forward to. Maybe not this weekend. It was nice to go over there today and tomorrow, but OTAs start in 2 weeks, and now you're going against. You're up there with all the other linebackers, and let's see how quick you are next to Bud Dupree or someone like that.
I think the big thing is you got to learn the playbook. That's the biggest thing. You got to learn what you're doing.
And how long do you think that takes? Do you think that these guys are sitting at home reading through the playbook right now?
They have to.
They should be, right?
I mean,
if they want to make the team.
If you want to continue, especially if you're one of these tryout guys, absolutely. Absolutely, you have to. I mean, the biggest thing is if you don't, and you don't know the playbook, you probably go home. I mean, this isn't college anymore. They don't have to keep you. So, as you said, a lot of these guys won't be here on Sunday night.
All right, well, Battle and Buccos, before you go to break, they're up 2-1 right now. Tough, you got to feel bad for Trevor Williams in this game. He pitched, 6 2/3. Great, and then he gives up, and it's not even his fault. He pitched 7 good innings today. I mean, I think 9 hits, 103 pitches, but it was a good 7 innings. He got out a few jams, had a lot of first strikes, to guys. I thought it was a good outing for him, but unfortunately, he's not going to get the win tonight. They could still win, but he's not going to get the win.
That doesn't matter. He pitched well. All you needed him to do, you needed
him
with
to
all
go
the
7.
stuff going on. You needed him to come out and have a good performance, and he did. And he gives them a chance to win. Whatever happens, in terms of who actually gets the win, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, luckily the Pirates scored. The leadoff batter, Adam Frazier, hit a home run to lead the game off, and that was the only run they got off Adam Wainwright today. So, and Adam Frazier was the guy that couldn't make the play there in the 7th inning to get that final out, and that's when the Cardinals scored. But all right, but the game's far from over right now. The Cardinals have runners on 1st and 3rd. All right, we got to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls, some of your tweets. We're talking Steelers and Pirates tonight. Back in a couple minutes.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.